Court is going to call 2021 CR 6023, State of Texas versus Israel Moncada. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Brittany Sparks for the state.
For the defense?
Nasir Barreto for the defense.
And are you Israel Moncada?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Moncada, I'm going to show you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with is evading arrest, detention of vehicle? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado, did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
I couldn't hear you, Your Honor.
Have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, and the driver's safety course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
State offer states Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
Any objections?
No objection.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes.
All right, after reviewing states Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Moncada, what is your issue?
As in?
Oh, as in you're here for racing.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, why are you doing this? This is not Fast and the Furious.
I understand, ma'am. I was just
Yeah.
scared and I didn't do what was right, and I know there's consequences, and I'm willing to take them all.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Why are you street racing?
I was just in fear, and I just folded under pressure, and I regretted it all.
No, right now you're just giving me standard answers that you think I want to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
But I've read the report and what it says. I observed that there were street races during donuts, burnout, driving recklessly out of sight behind a building. As I could see lots of white smoke going up in the air. So I don't understand why young people think that, one, think that Fast and Furious is real, because it's not. Two,
Yeah.
I would think that somebody would learn something because Paul Walker ended up dying. And, you know,
Understand.
part of his death, people can blame it on the vehicle, but part of it was caused by the fact that they were racing. And you can say they were racing legally or whatever you want to say, but you're not a professional. You're 21. So many people could have been killed. I've read in this report that somebody almost hit a family with a stroller. And then you know what would end up happening? I would have had a 20-year-old crying here, please don't send me to prison. I killed somebody and I didn't mean to kill somebody.
Understand.
So who gave you this vehicle?
I purchased it on my own, and I also got rid of it.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated 12th grade.
And what are you doing with the rest of your life?
I'm enrolling in barber school. I'm halfway in there.
Like, when are you planning on doing that?
This year I'm willing to start already. I already paid for the application and everything, so it's all in motion.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody. Anytime you have an occupation that requires you to have a license, you need to make sure that these felony cases don't interfere with your ability to get a license. It
Understand.
usually makes it harder. I'm not saying that this offense will necessarily preclude you from living out your dream, but it will make it harder. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Do you live at home with your parents? Where do you live?
Yes, I live with my mom.
If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Occasionally I smoked on New Year's.
So did you smoke New Year's at your mom's house?
No, at my grandma's with my cousins.
All right, so here's the thing. One, that's not any better at all. I don't know if the young people have heard, there's something out in the universe, it's called COVID.
Yes, ma'am.
So that marijuana, unless you're growing it in your grandmother's backyard, somebody had to make contact with someone who's not a member of the family to get
Yes,
the
ma'am.
marijuana. Then you bring it to your grandmother's house to smoke marijuana with your cousins. And I'm sure your grandmother didn't buy into this, we're going to sit around and smoke marijuana. So y'all are disrespecting your grandmother's house. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is not going to be any marijuana use while you're on this probation. It is not allowed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you shouldn't be getting marijuana from strangers anyway and bringing that back into your mom's house or your grandmother's house when COVID is running rampant. How old is your grandmother?
About 80.
So older people don't do well with COVID. And here you are recklessly driving and recklessly potentially bringing COVID to your grandmother's house. And how old are your cousins?
They're about in their mid-20s.
You maybe want to stop hanging around cousins who are bringing you into the marijuana game. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. 100%.
Marijuana is not legal in Texas.
Okay.
So there's going to be $1,000 fine probated, 2 years deferred adjudication, 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof that you've obtained the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring anyone to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be deducted. There should be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person if you can't report by Zoom. I'm going to want testing for levels, field visits, random, 2 times per month, driver safety course. Rebecca, is there anything else that he needs?
No, ma'am.
Anything else that you need from me, Mr. Mancata, in order to be successful? Mr. Mancata.
No, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Mancata, you're going to have to start doing better. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't do better, what's going to end up happening is you are going to end up causing trauma to someone else. Everyone should know that when you get a vehicle, you're not supposed to be racing in the vehicle. If you want to be a race car driver, take it to a track. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And could I have the 2021 CR 6023, State of Texas versus Israel Mancata. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris says.
Defense.
George Schaefer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Israel Mancata?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Israel Mancata who is placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 6023 on January 10th, 2022 for a term of 2 years and extended for a term of 1 year? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Judge, can I just have one moment?
Yes.
Judge, the new number one is the DWI. It's set for hearing on the 5th of August. We would like to think that it would be a benefit to the court that let's have that done before proceeding on the motion to revoke.
All right, so off the record, here's the only issue. So an officer is here to testify. Probation is here to testify.
I understand that.
So,
And I am confused because I thought we were trying to get the DWI done first. I didn't realize we were set on a motion
mhm.
to be heard today. I was as surprised that the officer was here as,
Can I have one moment to speak? with the
Yes.
counsel?
yeah, the state's asking what is our position on the DWI. He intends to plead on that case, Your Honor.
All right,
So Judge, I mean, my only thing is that if we can get a plea, true or not true today, and then reset for sentencing after he is.
We could do that.
all right,
Yeah, we could do that.
all right. And so standing in for the state?
That's Jason Garahan, sorry, Judge.
All right. Yes, we're on the record. So in for the state is Jason Garahan.
Yes.
All right. And with regards to the violations, state, you may proceed.
Violated condition number one on or about the 25th day of April 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Israel Chada committed the offense of DWI in violation of condition number one.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'll waive their knowing violated conditions.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number one, court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number one true. And when is the DWI set?
Set on the 5th of August, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to set this the same day?
We could.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, what day of the week is August? All right, we'll set it for August 5th. And Norma, I'll note on the docket sheet that he's to go to county court first. So you won't come here first, you'll go to county court first. You understand?
And then after we're done.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Judge,
Hmm?
we can show that to her at the time of sentencing.
Okay,
He's been going to his meetings.
All right, make sure you continue to do that, okay?
okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Great.
Hello.
Hello.
So in this case, my understanding that he was going to appear in county court, take care of that?
He did, Your Honor. We appeared yesterday and the DWI is taken care of.
All right, so with that being said, are you all ready to proceed?
Yes.
All right, court is calling 2021 CR 6023, State of Texas versus Israel Mankata. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
George Schaefer for probation or defendant.
All right, and are you Mr. Mankata?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Israel Mankata who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 6023 for the offense of evading arrest detention with a vehicle on January 10th, 2022 for a period of 2 years and extended for a period of 1 year? Is that you?
Yeah.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that is true.
I think that's correct, Your Honor. He's pled true. to
He
that,
did.
And all we're doing is disposition.
All right, you're right. He pled true July 25th, 2024 to violation of condition number one. And since then, we've been waiting for the case to be resolved in county court. All right, so what was the resolution to county court?
Judge, I can speak to that.
Yes.
We were in the county court number 2 yesterday. The defendant entered a plea. He was sentenced to a term and the judgment is satisfied.
All right. And any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No.
All right. So I'm assuming both parties are asking that he be continued?
Your Honor, the state is asking that the defendant be continued, that he go to SATIF. And what we have done is this defendant has been attending some AA meetings, correct?
Yes, I have 4 signatures.
I'm sorry, how many signatures?
4?
So you've attended 4 meetings
Yes.
since July,
Yes.
right? So what I can tell both parties, and I appreciate the fact that you realize that you have an issue, but from reviewing the court summary, you tested positive for cocaine before. And this wasn't your first DWI according to the court summary.
Judge, I believe it's the only one that he's been carried
Okay.
forward to
Okay.
conviction.
All right, well, I'll disregard that last DWI then and just focus on the DWI that you pled true to. So I have that and I have you testing positive for cocaine. This is what I'm going to do. You're going to go into custody today. I'm going to refer you to felony drug court. Counsel, if you will reach out to felony drug court.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
Mhm.
but my wife works overnight and I'm the only one that can watch my son.
All right, does she have a grandmother?
No, she does not.
Oh, is your mom here?
No, she's not. She has a MOGAD. It's a autoimmune disease,
Okay.
and she could only barely see out of one eye. So
All right, so here's the issue. You shouldn't be caring for a child when you have this cocaine issue going on in the DWI. Now, this is what I'm telling you, and I want you to internalize what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you help so that you can be successful on this probation, because this is an evading arrest detention with a vehicle. You're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. And while you're on probation in this court, you picked up a DWI. And I realized DWI, the drug use, that's related to addictions. So I'm trying to help you solve that, because otherwise you could potentially go to prison for 10 years. And then when you get out, who knows when you get out, but when you get out, your child won't remember you. So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions. I'm going to do a referral to felony drug court, and counsel, if you reach out to felony drug court, they'll probably be able to see him. Maybe they'll be able to still see him this week, probably not, but definitely next week. And if you reach out to them and tell them he's very interested in the program and would like to be in the program, I know they have a graduation upcoming, so they'll probably have placement for him. All right, so we're going to do a referral to felony drug court. That's first. If he's not accepted into felony drug court, then we're going to do SATA. And I'm going to also add 120 sober meetings in 120 days. And he's to remain in custody until transfer to felony drug court or SATA. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need for me to be successful?
is there a way I could get like a reset until I have a bed?
So you have what?
So I get a bed.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
A bed, Your Honor. He's looking to see if he could report once there's a bed available.
No. Okay. All right, and we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I know this is what you were anticipating, but you have to look at the big picture. And the big picture is your attorney did great work for you, because you could be going to prison, right? And you're not. What you're doing is you're going to get treatment so that you can be a better parent to your child. And I'm sorry if there's no one other than your wife to watch your child. I hope she doesn't lose her job, but
That had a household as well.
Hmm.
So all these bills are gonna pile up.
yeah, but if your attorney is able to get in touch with felony drug court, if you have no objections, I'll send them an email as well to see maybe if they can put him on the list to talk to him today.
I would appreciate the court doing that.
All right, let me send an email to see if they're available to do that. All right, if he'll just have a seat in the box, and if you'll remain, I'll see if they can send somebody over.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.